Hello.
Hey, Bingus.
How's it going? I had way
Hola,
too
guys.
much.
I'm just doing the intros really quick and my disclaimer. Cheers. Sorry
Cheers.
for the tardiness.
How was your day, Bingus?
Good. I got a lot done. And yeah, fixed a lot of shit. You know, I'm doing the same thing you are, my friend.
Transplanting clones.
Well, that, but with family stuff, and
All right.
it's kind of interesting.
Um,
So yeah, but a lot of things were taken care of.
one of you guys have the chat or the video playing back, I think.
No, that might. I had my music going.
No.
My chat room is well, your stream muted on my end.
Okay. Just making sure. So it's probably me. I'm hearing myself, damn it. No. All right, here we go, guys.
I guess what I should do is just pop this out.
Yeah, that's what I just did with mine. All right.
Screen all together. All right.
So, thank you everybody for joining. Let me turn my camera back on. Hold on. Switching back from OBS back over here to the awesomeness. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. I do appreciate you. We got awesome freaking Bingus in the house. Hola, Bingus. Welcome. Thank you for joining.
Oh,
We
thank
got,
you.
of course, Partly Cloudy 420. Thank you.
Hola. Thank
Hola.
you for having me.
Of course. How you guys doing today? Whew. Tell you what.
Bueno.
Bueno, ¿cómo estás? Estamos aquí.
Yeah,
Are we here?
Yeah, we are. We made it.
Finally. Oh my goodness. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I told you.
De día en el paraíso.
No, darme permiso, por favor, porque como todavía no estoy lista y estoy tardy. No.
We're having Spanish class at Mother Nature's house.
Spanish class with Mother Nature. What's going on? It's not only partly cloudy with a chance of being as a mother, it's also some Spanish for you. No. All right. So what I figured I was going to do today was I was going to try to give people like a introduction to what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? And so kind of like let's go over, if you guys would like, what we're trying to focus on, like just in general. You know, in my opinion, it's more about like the spirituality and stuff like that altogether, you know. And then whatever ends up coming up from that is where we're going to go with the flow. You know what I mean? Because I have like particular subjects I'd like to discuss if you guys still want to do this later. But like today, I just want to give everybody like an intro to what we're trying to do and stuff. So cheers, everybody. Thank you guys for being here.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. So, how's everybody in Chatland? What is the flavor of the day? Let's you guys can go ahead and shout everybody out if you can for a second. Welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. I even see Goliath Grower in chat. Hey, what up, homies?
What's up, Goliath?
Goliath, got Tam Bear, Fat Ninja, Reefer Revolution, DC 420 LA, Tater, Melvin Jackson.
Pimpin' the pimpins. Sorry, I had to fix that. My dog is in here and she likes to tear my bed up and try to lay on my pillows. So I had to move that for her. Or for me. Sorry. Go ahead.
Hi, Tam Bear. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by.
Hola, what is up? We got Tater Delicious, Tam Bear, Malvin Jackson, Fat Ninja Flip, freaking Technetic Beats, pimping them beats. Brian cannot tell, but he can. Just doesn't want to. No. We got Bingus. Hey, what up, Bingus? How you doing, my friend?
Good, good. Thank you.
Small tubes, so wavy. Go ahead. Hillbilly hydro grower, what is going on? We'll let it slide this time. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. For real. Cheers, Bingus. Bada Bingus. We got Zane McGyver, Amsterdam Medical United, Benny Loco, Thomas Jordan. Welcome, everybody. Tess Luck. Hi. Welcome. Stream Elements with the 8-ball, everybody. Make sure you guys know that you can go ahead and type in exclamation mark, the number 8, and then the word ball, B-A-L-L, all in one shot, and you will also be able to use the 8-ball, just letting you know. Jeanette Moore, thank you for joining us. Tater Delicious. Hey, it's my girlfriend, Partly Cloudy 420. We got, it's just making sure I got everybody, you know, because that's what's up. Let me know how the sound is. Rock and Grow. Cheers. Thank you for joining. Do appreciate it. And yes, so thank you guys for the patience. If you guys want to go ahead and get started, or if you have anything to say or anything like that, go for it. You're more than welcome. This is our little chat of ascension, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, what is ascension? What is spirituality? What is different things like that? You know what I mean? And I really want to help people learn about things like that, you know, because they don't really know. And well, not everybody, but a lot of people are still learning. They're awakening, you know what I mean? And so I feel like this might help some of the people. And there you go.
It's kind of a tough subject. I mean, that's why I really don't get into it too much.
And that's why we're here now.
So
we're getting into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
That's right. Thank you, Tambera. I appreciate that. I didn't have the sweater on because I was in the kitchen and I didn't want to get it all funky. So shout out to the 35 in the chat room. Thank you guys for being here.
Goliath Grower, how you doing?
Says Hound.
Says Hound. What up, pimpin'?
Right on.
So in your opinion, what is spirituality? Let's go with Partly Cloudy 420, my girlfriend. What is your opinion of spirituality and ascension? I'm just curious.
Well, with me, spirituality really is more in tune with, you know, well, for one, cannabis. You know, I can get spiritual with my cannabis. It has my mind set in a different place. You know, it eases me, makes me actually, I'm grounded. So
that's awesome. I like that because I feel as though cannabis helps me connect spiritually as well, especially when I'm doing my guidance and all that other stuff, you know, the cards, because I'm not a tarot card reader. I just use the cards as pretty much like a dictionary. You know what I mean? So, yes. Thank you for the compliment, Tambera. I appreciate that. Hola, Red. What is up? Welcome. President Saad. Welcome back, Benny Loco. How you doing, lovely lady? All right, and how about you, Bingus? What is your opinion on spirituality and ascension?
Spirituality it's kind of a broad concept. It has a lot of room for different perspectives. I think in general it includes a sense of connection to something bigger than ourselves, perhaps. It typically involves the search for the meaning of life. It's kind of, that being said, I mean, it's kind of a universal human experience that many people connect to or choose not to connect to. So ascending to that connection, I guess, would be making the connection. Many people have different terminologies, words, but yeah, I think that kind of covers it.
I agree. It's definitely when somebody's trying to learn what life is about. You know what I mean? So definitely. How about Chatland? What is your guys' opinion? Is my thing too loud or what?
No, you're good.
All right, just making sure. But Chatland, if you guys can throw out and
You just went mute.
Awesome. We got red connection with source changes with my growth and understanding of overstanding of the unknown and unseen.
Ah,
That's a good one. It's hard to explain, says Tater.
yeah,
That's passes it up.
your spirituality is actually, to me, what can also be, you know, whatever you destined. You know, you can. Well, I would like to think that I can apply my spirituality towards my goals and my hopes and my dreams. Like I say, to keep me grounded, keep me focused. Um, Also in tune with your zodiacs. You know, I'm not real big on zodiacs, but I find that very interesting.
Yeah. I got to agree that cannabis opens up the connection, for me anyway, to spiritual experience, spiritual vibration. That might be it too, is, spirituality is a little higher maybe, or a different vibration, maybe not higher, but a broader, more encompassing vibration. A lot of times people like to say higher and lower, and I don't think it's really that. I think it's more of an expansion of the vibration, so that it encompasses more of what we can feel in our various senses. Cannabis really does that for me. I know taking the gel caps particularly keeps me in the moment a lot more easily. So I think if we research it, back in the day, cannabis was used in spiritual type ceremonies. So there might be a connection there. Just saying, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been around for a long, long time.
Since the beginning of mankind, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right about that one.
So what happened to Mother Nature? We're having technical difficulties.
I don't know. Is her stream still going? Is the stream still going?
Yeah, it
I
is.
see
I'm
chat
watching
still
it.
going. Okay.
I'm watching it. Oops, I just dropped my. Oh.
By definition, the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. Oh, okay, Tater. Okay.
Quality of the human spirit or soul. The Most High, says Bryant Knight.
He says vibration crashed her laptop.
Benny Loco runs on highest vibrations. That's why you're invisible most of the time. I see you just buzzing around like Benny Loco Adventures. Check it out.
Alicia Parrish Rock Fam says the vibe we put out is the same level of frequency that we all attract and draw back in. Yes, everything is a full circle, I believe.
I totally, that's the whole causality, karma, yin yang. There's something to that. It's everywhere if you look closely. I've experienced it myself. I don't give thumbs down, by the way.
Daniel Jackson says he's taken cannabis on his spiritual path, still do. Not really big on astrology either, or zodiac in general. Just a Christian Jesus smoke weed with the essence.
Right on. Astrology is an offshoot of astral theology from ancient times.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh,
Yeah,
welcome
I know.
back, Carter.
Mother Nature Show. Here we are.
Yeah, I know it is definitely Mother Nature show with all these damn problems. So cheers, everybody, right? I'm still trying though. I'm still pushing and pimping that shit and making sure it's gonna freaking work out.
Right on.
It will. So I gotta still pull Chatland back up, but I had to join before I lost the call. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry for my technical BS. Go ahead and finish whatever you were saying. I'm sorry.
We were done, actually. Timing was perfect.
Awesome.
Just-
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Finally. Freaking blonde girl. Well, I didn't get to hear anything you guys just said. So can you refresh me just a little? Just like give me a sorry, you guys. This is gay. I know. I'm trying.
We were pretty much reading some of the comments, going off comments in chat.
Awesome. Thank you guys. You guys be holding down that shiznizzle and the hizzle.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. So I am just trying to get chat on.
Learning from your chat room, really.
I have a lot of awesome people in chat generally. They like to come through and talk about a lot of real shit. And so that's why I appreciate everybody that comes through. You know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, I appreciate you. Now hit that thumbs up. No, forget all that. I don't even ask people to hit that thumbs up or subscribe or anything. Like, if you want to do that, that's on you. You're going to do it anyway, whether you want to or not, you know? And so, yeah. All right, here we go. Yo, I got a chat land back. Hi, guys. Sorry.
No, you make a good point. I think there is a lack of realness, actually, especially sometimes in this community, albeit in YouTube in general, in the world. You know, people they're afraid to expose their inner self or their spirituality or be real, you know, and that can be kind of a problem.
I agree. And that's because they're afraid of what other people are going to think of them, honestly. You know, everybody always says, oh, I don't care what other people think. But in general, really, we do, because what other people think kind of helps us realize who we really are. You know what I mean? Because if we don't understand who we really are, then that's what makes it to where we kind of get lost. We have to go through all this extra drama and stuff. You know what I mean? And so in reality, in a sense, it does. In my opinion, it kind of does matter what other people think of you, but only because it affects how you think about yourself. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Sometimes it's, I really don't like, I care what people think about the people that I care about. You know, the people that don't really, I'm not going to say don't matter, because it's not that they don't matter. It's just they're not involved personally with me in my life. You know what I mean? So yes. Cheers, everybody. I'm sorry. Thank you, Tambear. I appreciate that. Where did we come from? I don't know. What is our purpose? How to be happy. I know. That's why I wanted to do this show, because I honestly believe that Bingus and Partly Cloudy here are freaking awesome people. They're very intelligent and they have awesome opinions, and I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And so that's why I even invited them here to do the show with me, because they make a lot of sense, even when I have none.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Of course. I think you guys are, everybody in a sense is their own teacher, is like, you know, a teacher to others. But you guys have great spirits, and like your souls like stand out. You know what I mean? And it's because you have good intent, good purpose. You know what I mean? You're not sitting there thinking, oh, well, I'm going to do this so I can get this out of it. You know, you do it because you're being genuine. You're doing it because that's truly who you are, not just somebody you're trying to be, you know? So the purpose is to pimp that shit. That's right. Hey, what? Yeah, pimping. The pimpin's pimping. But hola, 420 DC LA. How is it going, my friends? That's so cool. Reefer Revolution. I'm gonna start a website called Reefer References. And what I want to do is I want to get everybody in the community Honestly, I want to get everybody all together, and I would like everybody to like contribute whatever it is that they got going on. Like say, Main Girl Genetics, she does the colloidal silver. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. SoFlo Grow, he has his website. Bingus, you got your website with the lights and stuff. And what I want to do is I want to be that spot where you can go to this reefer reference page, and then you have access to like everybody's stuff. I'm not trying to get nothing out of it. I'm just trying to make it easier for people to find. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of annoying when you're trying to find something and you can't find it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One-stop shop.
Exactly.
Do you have an email list set up then? Or?
I already set up the email. It's called reeferreference@gmail.com. And so I'm going to get the website going here very soon. And yes, I think it's going to be actually really cool because it's not about me. I'm not trying to get anything of mine out there. I'm trying to help promote everybody at once. You know what I mean? So then if somebody has a question, they'll be able to be like, oh, okay, you go here and you can ask this person because they're going to know more about it than I am, you know? So I'm thinking it's going to be tight.
Will you be like sending out notices on your email list of all these links for everybody? It's kind of like YouTube never sends out notices. So I'm going to get a notice from Mother Nature now with a list of all these places that I can go to and all that. Is that what you're talking about? Pretty
much, yeah. That also it's like, you know how you're going to have to go over here if you want to get a set of lights, but you're going to have to go to this other place if you want to get some kind of special nutrients. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you're trying to get, I want to make available on that page, regardless of who it's from. You know what I mean? And then
we can just search it and then show it up, and that'd be cool.
Yeah. And then like, say you got your lights or whatever, there's access to the lights. Let's say some plant food place has like some new awesome nutrients or something they're getting out there. There's the place for the nutrients you go to. You know what I mean? And I just want to make it simplified for people because we all medicate, you know? So
true that. I don't know.
Hola, Milky Way Weekly. Thank you for coming through, Brian. I appreciate it. And the Cannabis Show. What is up, homie? Cheers. They are up and coming as well. They're pretty cool. That dude's pretty cool. He had his friend Tim on earlier, and it was fun. It was actually pretty funny. Right, but go ahead.
I was right on. Good. Yeah. Anything to raise the awareness of cannabis is my opinion.
Yes, exactly. So, great idea to stay connected. Thank you. You're down with Moogle. That's great. Or Kugel. No. Canna Oogle. Canna Oogle. There you go.
They call it Moogle because Mother Nature plus Google equals Moogle.
Moogle. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are doing a great job. Cannabis Show. Bam. Yep, that's for show. So, let's see. Let's get back on track here. I'm sorry, guys. I saw the reefer revolution. I was just like, hey, that reminds me. We're medicating anyway, so cheers. No. All right. So I showed up late. My laptop crashed already. Oh. And I'm back. So let's get back on track.
Back and better than ever.
Thanks, homie. You are pimping the pimpins. You guys check out Partly Cloudy's shirt. You got your hat on too, homie?
Yes.
Yep. Check that out. He is pimping them pimpins, homie. That's nice. Yep. All freshly clean, shaved. Yep. I saw that, homie. You're like so fresh and so clean.
I had to get my Sunday Easter suit dress, clean.
That is looking cool, dude. I like the arm one, especially. That's really nice.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent.
Yes. And it even says partly, it says Partly Cloudy 420 on its hat too.
And I like it.
It says 420 time on the arm.
Nice. You were talking about, basically you were talking about rejection. People don't want to be real because they're afraid of being rejected.
Yes, exactly. Because a lot of people have ill intentions and they don't know any better, really. You know what I mean? Everybody's brought up a certain kind of way to be a certain way, whether they realize it or not. You know, it's just if you end up hanging on to those ways and if you're willing to let them go and move forward and kind of grow and ascend, you know what I mean? So
yeah, so I mean, like even now, I mean, if you stand, I actually have done some public speaking, and just
I'm
by,
sure you've done the public speeding. We all have.
but see, even by mispronouncing a small word like that, you get this surge of, oh, is someone gonna not like me because I mispronounced a word? You see what I mean? We are all so
Self-conscious.
Exactly. See, but when you don't give a shit after a few bong rips, I'm just saying that that's kind of the essence of the issue. How we handle the rejection, I think, is where everything gets frozen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. For sure, because not only how we handle it, but how we react to it. You know what I mean? Like that's the same thing, but we take it in one way, but how you react to it and show it is another. You know what I mean? Because you could totally be sitting there like, oh, that just offended the shit out of me. But hi, how you doing? You know what I mean? Like you got to kind of, I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm blonde.
No, I mean,
I'm bald, so.
Me too. Thanks, bro.
The baldies and blondie. The blondie and baldies.
There's a whole theory behind it that
being bald?
Yeah. And
Awesome.
blonde too, I think.
And blonde. Hey, let's hear it.
Right now. How we handle it though. A lot of people don't handle it very well. A lot of people will just retract, they'll walk away, there's certain things too. I mean, we're talking about integrity as well. Like to be real, I mean, you have to have some form of, you have to kind of have some form of thought process that allows you to have a integrity that you can adhere to, that gives you strength, inner strength, that can protect you against the fear of possible rejection. And I say possible because generally it's a false fear. There is absolutely no rejection out there.
It's assumption. Yeah.
In your own mind. See. So, but it's many times in life. I mean, let's say in a courtroom, for example, I object. Well, guess what? That's a rejection, right? And if you look at the art of how these advocates handle different rejections, we can kind of copy their methodology in a much more friendly manner and feel more confident in those situations to where we're not fearful about being rejected. And the best way to do that is to recognize the other person's point of view. All right, I understand how you feel. Because actually, if I was standing in your shoes, I'd feel the same way.
Yep.
Right?
Acknowledgement has a lot to do with it.
So yes. Right then and there, the swords are dropped, right? You're on each other's side. See? And then you can say, well, let me tell you what I found out. I found out that this was my experience. Now, share with me what your experience is. Mm-hmm. So if we've learned these types of basic
empathy is what someone said in chat.
Just basic technique of communicating that we've never been taught. They don't want us to bond. They want us to be fragmented. So we don't learn this basic stuff. It's pretty simple, really, when you think about it.
Mm-hmm. It is. I agree with that 100%. Society has been manipulated into being controlled and all kinds of other things. You know what I mean? To where it makes it hard to communicate with others, and not only communicate, but be open and honest, because you're trying to keep that self-image. You're trying to keep that projection of yourself out there the highest level as possible, you know, and that's where it comes into play, where what other people think about you and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So it all correlates, it all sinks into itself, you know. Meditation helps with being able to laugh at yourself a whole lot. Yes, and so does live streaming.
Good point. Touche.
Basic. Yep, that's right. Hey, what's up? The Egyptian gamer geek. How you doing, friend? Much love. Programming and TV and media is our downfall. Yes, I agree with that. I think it ends up corrupting a lot of minds, manipulating a lot of people, but it's not the only thing. It is a big thing for sure. Like, that's what I was telling you guys last week. I didn't like I don't like talking about sports. You know what I mean? I don't like talking about sports because, in my opinion, it's just another mechanism of control. You know what I mean? I always say everything ends up boiling down to population control. And I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I don't care. I'm a conspiracy realist, to be honest, you know? And so, because that shit's real. They try to make it theory so then people don't believe it, you know? So the people that are really believing these other things are just like, they're looked at in a particular light because people judge and they go from there, you know? So... Yep. Nobody wants to break from the programming. That's right. Hola, Miss Nugs. How's it going, lovely? Welcome, Daniel. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it.
How you doing, AJ?
Brian.
AJ's in the chat room. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
I didn't see him. I'm sorry. Welcome, buddy. Much love. But yeah, it's everything, in my opinion, has to do with intent as well. You know what I mean? Because if you have ill intent, if you're sitting there and you're not really, like, if you're being narcissistic, you're being selfish, you know, that intent right there, you're projecting that intent because you're doing something just to benefit yourself. You're not doing something so you can help other people out. And in my opinion, the law of attraction is real. Karma is real, you know? So what you put out there is what you're going to get back, you know? So...
Yeah. You're right about that.
He's,
you can't do it. You won't achieve it. Can't get it.
Well, it's not if you can't do it, you can't achieve it. It's if you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. But it has to be the right like frame of mind, state of mind, you know? Because if you don't have the right state of mind, you're not going to be able to do shit. You're just going to sit there and you're going to be depressed. You're going to be lonely. You're going to be thinking about dumb shit you shouldn't be thinking about. You know what I mean? And it you have to put your mind to it, you know, because if you don't put your mind to it with good intent behind it, it's not going to work out. What do you think about that, Bingus? I know you got a lot to say. You're just not saying it, and I need you to say it. Please and thank you. Be open. This is a free-for-all for Bingus, homie. Like, really, Bingus, I'm not going to lie. You were a great big part of inspiring me to do this show. I'm not even going to lie, because you are very knowledgeable, and I feel as though your knowledge needs to be put out there.
Well, forgive me. Thank you so much. I mean, I appreciate that. It's not necessary. I mean, see, now I forgot what I was going to say.
I flattered you. You're welcome. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm being serious, though. You're very, very intelligent, Bingus. And the things that you have to say, you don't say because of your channel. You know what I mean? And I feel as though you can help a lot more people than you realize. Because you're awesome and you're doing a great job, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know. What were we talking about? Because I'm totally lost my
intent and law of attraction, karma. Like when you're doing something, like Partly Cloudy just said, putting your mind to something. Yeah, you can't do it if you.
Thank you, Partly. Dude, that's in fact, Partly's the guy that triggered this thought. Thank you, sir. All right. I chuck because this is interesting that we're talking about this, because I was thinking about this earlier today. Imagine, if you will, that in your mind, whatever it is that you want occupies it. It occupies your mind to the degree that very little else is in there. In other words, there's not a lot of room for any other thought than what it is that you're focused on. And now, First of all, can you do that with the fragmentation of the environment that we live in? But if you can you handle, all right, the experience that's going to invoke not only in you, all right, but in your immediate nowness, allness, oneness, all right? Now, there's techniques to accomplishing heightened awareness to different senses. You can practice. I mean, there's fasting, there's blindfold yourself for a day, all right? Tape your mouth shut for a day, all right? Rob yourself of other senses to heighten and strengthen senses that you don't even know you have, you see. So that's a way to expand awareness or strengthen the ability to see a broader vibration, not higher or lower, but just a broader vibration. So I think that's kind of where I wanted to go with that. I don't know if that made a whole lot of sense.
It does. It makes a lot of sense, actually. It makes a whole lot more dollars and cents. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, you're right. I totally agree with that. You know, this is why I'm doing this show. See, guys? See? That guy's pimping.
I've actually, not for an entire day, but maybe, I think it was probably 30, maybe to an hour, but I actually blindfolded myself once before.
And what happened?
It actually scared it scared me and it humbled me at the very same time. But I think I was more afraid of losing sight, you know. And I was so humbled by what I have, the gift that everybody that, you know, able to open their eyes and look, the gift, that how much of a gift that really is in life. I was actually almost trembling when I blindfolded myself almost at the end, because that's what made me take it off. If I felt claustrophobic and I couldn't tune in, and the reason why I did it is because I was trying to tune into other senses of my body, you know, and other senses of my brain. But you know, I maybe I'm not strong enough to withstand, you know, that much amount of time. But it was.
I think you are. It was just, it caught you off guard. You didn't expect it to be like that. You know what I mean? Like, you were expecting it to maybe be a little easier. And so when you actually had the reality of it, when the reality set in and hit you, you were just like, oh my God, it ended up overwhelming you, making you feel claustrophobic and in a panic, you know?
I felt like when you hold your breath underwater and you're trying to see how long you can hold it, and you know you're getting to that point where you gotta let go, you gotta get up and get air, you know, and you don't think you're gonna make it. And I was getting to that point, like, oh, I can't do this. So I have a lot of respect for the elderly, well, for the blind rather, especially the elderly blind who's been blind for years. It's rough.
You know, it's interesting. You described many different experiences there, because all the way from a DMT experience to just, like you said, an elderly person that could be blind. And it's the fear of breaking through that membrane that holds that portion of it together. If you listen to McKinnon in some of the DMT experiences that he talks about, it's breaking through that, like you're saying, that I got to take that last gasp, right? That, like, okay, you know, this is it, baby, right? Now, see, I was, you know, I'm not here to talk about myself too much, but I mean, I had open heart surgery, and the machine stopped, right? And I did have a spiritual experience where I got to choose if I wanted to leave or if I wanted to stay. So the thing is when I decided to stay, I had to adopt a different form of thinking in order to survive that choice, all right? Because I couldn't live the same way that I was living and survive. And I knew that that death would have been way worse than the one that I came back from when I had heart surgery. In fact, afterwards, I had 2 more heart attacks because I was struggling, um, changing my thinking, basically. And when you when you analyze what I just said, changing my thinking, there's only one person that could do that, and that was me.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes, you're the only person.
Yes, sir.
And so, well, that's simple, is it?
No, it's very hard, actually. Even talking to yourself in a negative manner in your own head, it's hard to change. I know personally. I'm not gonna lie. Like, because I'm serious. I know that anytime I've had to teach myself to not talk so much crap to myself. No lie, because I'd be sitting there and I would get really frustrated. You know what I mean? And like even over the most littlest things, I would like sit there and like seriously talk crap to myself. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, you dumbass? Da, da, da. And this would be going on in my head. I'm just being real. You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing this? Why you got to be so fucking dumb? Da, 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 da. And I'm being serious. You know, like I really did tell myself in my head these things. And when I actually changed that thinking, that perception of like, you're not a dumbass. You're not a fucking da 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 da. Excuse my language, but I'm just saying, like, you know,
This da 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 bad word.
da 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 da. It's better than the other one. But
it was birthed by Mother Nature today.
da 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 da. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, but like once I ended up changing that kind of thinking, even just about myself, is when things started to change for me. Literally, things started getting better. It was not just positive, it had more meaning, you know? And it was because I was actually valuing myself enough to not sit there and cuss myself out in my own head, you know? And it sounds kind of crazy, it sounds whatever, but I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? And it's not easy to tell you guys this, you know, because I'm not trying to be looked at as like, oh, well, she's just da 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 da, you know, there's that word again. But like I honestly don't care how people would perceive that, because I feel as though people need to know that, so then it can maybe help them too, you know, because if I'm not honest about what I'm going through and what I've done and dealt with just to be here right now talking to you guys through a fucking camera, you know, like I wouldn't be the person I am, you know. And I think the person that I am has actually grown to be a pretty damn good person, you know, and it's taken a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I just turned 33 on Halloween, you know, and I would rather know these things now and learn about them now than sit here and years from now still not know it and still keep doing the same thing, putting myself down, making it to where I can't move on in life, you know. And it has a lot to do with how we speak and how we talk to ourselves and how we look at ourselves, you know. So you have to love yourself, you have to value yourself and care, because if you don't care, what is the point, you know? Like, really.
Yeah.
There's a lack of training. There's a lack of education. Nobody has taught us how, or I should say, the teachings of these things have been long put away and buried. I mean, you have to dig to find any kind of real truth. And I was talking with my friend the other day about, I think last time we were talking about truth, and you know, you get about 70% truth out of most people. And I mean, some people would like to think that they have a higher percentage than that, until you really check yourself and realize
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Well, I mean, you can't. I mean, because of the unnaturalness of the system, you can't be honest to certain individuals within the system, like police, attorneys, and judges, and things like that.
Because of the reaction and repercussion, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, the system is designed for you to be somewhat reserved in what you tell as true. You see what I'm saying? Now, in a natural situation, it wouldn't be so much that way, I don't think. But again, we're in such an unnatural pressure cooker that we've created these, we've given all these names to these personality disorders. We're all just basically acting out because we want to return to a more natural understanding.
That's what's been on my mind all week, honestly, and I've kind of promoted that, no lie. By the way, about 30 seconds till 420 somewhere, but
oh yes,
want to remind everybody, cheers. But I honestly, I've been trying to like really grasp onto that. You know, we are all natural human beings living in an unnatural planet now because we've made it so unnatural. You know what I mean? And I love how you put that last week. You know, serious. You ended up, like Partly Cloudy said last week, you ended up dropping knowledge to where my ears actually heard what you were saying. Because like I've known that, I just didn't actually comprehend. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
But
cheers. Well, it's not that we, again, it's not we. How can you take responsibility by saying we when you had nothing to do with this shit, man?
You're right. It's the 0.1%, you know, but still, they are a part of we. So I think, you know, they're just a more richer part.
No, you make a very sound point that we need to pay attention to. If we as the whole adopt or understand their thinking, then they as the small percentage have no control. You see? And I think that's what's happening as we pull into this new age of enlightenment, right? Is these few are losing control. And that's why there's all this scammering and lies and just, dude, I can't even, I looked at the headlines the other day. I just started laughing. I couldn't believe the crap that they're throwing out there, that they want people to believe. Another system, by the way, belief system. They want you to believe, control your mind to think. I mean, it's not that belief is wrong. All right. It's how they adopt it and how they manipulate it to be a constricting element instead of an expansive element. You see?
Yes.
So.
Exactly, because it's for the control. Because if they didn't need the control and they didn't need to manipulate people, we wouldn't be natural human beings living on an unnatural planet.
Didn't used to be this way.
I know. I think we were a lot taller.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Just a little bit, a wee bit, eh?
I wish I was a little bit taller.
We wish we were some ballers, pimping that shit in the hood.
I just wish I could jump on it. Shit.
I'm not gonna comment on that one, but well, it would be nice to be able to jump. Okay, well, I can't really jump anymore.
I have fingered them. I have, but I want to dunk the basketball. God dang it!
That would be awesome, dude. That would be freaking awesome. And you guys gotta get Bingus to dunking, homie. We gotta help him dunk.
All you have to do is get one of the new basketball rims. They adjustable.
They have little plastic ones too for kids. I'm sure you'll be able to slam that shit like bam, bitch.
That's how I dunked. I'm not gonna lie. That is exactly how I dunked the basketball. I lowered the rim to where I can get up and get it in. Yes. But I had to dunk. I was like, I had to do it.
That's cool.
You guys are great. If you were actually like just walking into this conversation and heard just that part, that would be horrible. He had to dunk, man, because he was wishing he was a little bit taller.
Just a little bit taller,
yeah. Get your dunk on, says Brian Knight. I'm done dunking.
Funny.
Yeah, I'm done dunking too. I'm gonna dunk me some Bingus right now.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yes, well, I'm a gamer, so if it's not on a PlayStation 4, then I won't do it. No more basketball, no more football, no more track, none of that. No more softball.
Bada bingus. Cheers.
Yeah, I'm an ex-athlete in that I don't hardly even watch sports. I like the Lions because I like their colors.
That's why I've liked the Raiders. No lie.
I can't even name a person on their team, unfortunately.
Shout out for the PS4.
I like listening to Partly Cloudy talk about the Lions.
Right now, there's nobody on their team worth mentioning.
I like when you get into the sports conversations with your chat room and you guys go at it and stuff. I always get a kick out of that kind of stuff.
I was actually going to recommend something for you, homie. Partly Cloudy, and maybe even possibly Bingus. I didn't know you were into sports, but because I don't like watching sports. I'd rather play them. You know what I mean? For real, no lie. I'd rather play sports than watch them. It's kind of boring just sitting here like, all right, woohoo, touchdown. You know, like I get into it though. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I don't watch it too, because I kind of get into it a little bit too much. Like I get pissed off and mad. Like, motherfucker, are you serious, man? It was, oh, dude. You know what I mean? Like I totally get into it. Yeah. And so that's another reason why I don't, you know what I mean? I don't watch it, but I don't know. I'd rather play than sit there and watch, you know what I mean? That part, but.
After playing all those years when I was younger and I'm now almost 50 and my body's broke down. Ooh, yeah. Give me my PlayStation joystick.
Now you're
about it.
Mr. Girlfriend, dude. I'm telling you, whoever is joining our show right now is having a great freaking heyday with your ass. Like, damn. Pimping that joystick now, homie. He's ignoring me like, whatever. You're just blonde.
No, I never do that. I'm high. You know that.
Well medicated.
Attention
Agent Don.
Right,
I know. Very low.
Yeah,
hello, Don Juan.
Yeah, I broke my neck playing football. Fat ninja flip.
Oh, wow.
Yep, broke my neck playing football. I was on, if you count my Pop Warner team, I was on 4 different championship teams. In 1969, we set Pop Warner history by going undefeated, unscored upon a whole season. I'm sure somebody's beat that record by now, but
that's awesome. Good job.
Football was the deal. I loved it because I had post-traumatic stress and I was an angry kid, so I love football.
Excuse me about cutting the camera
worries.
off for a second.
You're good. Hola, JCC. How's it going, homie? Thank you for coming through. Hazel Eyes Victon.
Brother Juan, what's up? Hola.
¿Cómo estás, Juan? Ojalá que todo está bien contigo. And in English, I just said, hello, Juan. How are you? Hope all is well. Salud. Cheers. No.
Yeah. No, I didn't do the Fat Ninja. I most of the guys that I graduated with went on to college, and some of them played pro, but I didn't take any. Back then, they liked to take the gorilla hormones. I didn't do that. All those guys are dead now, by the way.
Damn, really? From gorilla hormones?
Well, steroids back then weren't as pure as they are nowadays, that's for sure. But yeah, that was, in order to compete at that level, that you almost had to do it. I just said, no way. No, thanks.
Right? For real, dude. That's kind of a little bit much there.
No.
But I did see Grey Wolf and Doc Illusion pop in a chat. I want to say hola and welcome. Doc Illusion is actually a person I've been trying to contact. I heard it was your birthday yesterday too, I think. So, or Monday. I'm not sure. It's coming up or it went by. One or the other. Happy birthday, bud. But he's actually very, very intelligent and like up to par when it comes to this kind of stuff we're talking about with ascension, you know, like spirituality, stuff like that. He's actually very intelligent on the subject. Oh shit, Tater can load a bowl in 3.2 seconds. How about you guys? No.
Right on. I don't know. I've never timed myself.
Do you want me to time you? I got a timer right here on my phone.
I'm good.
You're good? All right. All right. I was just making
Yeah,
sure, homie. You
we
got to
can do
pimp
a
that shit
countdown.
too.
I'm just watching your chat room.
We can do a countdown.
It's Saturday. Sorry, I've been busy. There he is. Well, awesome, buddy. Happy birthday to you. Y de nada, JCC.
Doc Illusion. Good to see you, sir. It's Saturday, Mama. Sorry, I've been busy.
Yep. No worries.
There you are. I just wanted to find you.
Would you mind? Because he actually,
Yeah.
he actually would make this conversation go where we're trying to get it.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
We're medicating all at the same time and having fun, and I love this shit. You know what I mean? But it's not that he talks too much or talks forever, but he knows what he's talking about. And the way, the way I think is how he speaks. So what he's saying is how I believe things are. You know what I mean? Honestly, almost every single thing that dude has said, not everything, but almost every single thing that he has said, I literally agree with. You know what I mean? Because his perception on things is actually non-biased, you know, and it's real shit, you know. So I'm just letting you know.
Right on.
I roll slow as fuck. LOL. Your glasswares. Oh shit. Nice. When he bought stuff recklessly. Does that happen?
It comes from your genetics, fat ninja, dude. You should see my sons. My sons are half Japanese. Jeez, I thought I was tough. Huh. They make me look like a schoolboy. Genetics. I'm an old sub. Yes, sir, I see. I went to go sub you. I'm already sub to you, Doc Illusion. I try to sub back to everybody when I can. I don't know. It gets a little crazy at times.
It does. I'm very grateful, dude. I just hit 1900 a couple days ago.
Right on.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm like, oh my God, thank you guys. You're freaking awesome for helping me get there. You know what I mean? Because there's like people that I used to go in their streams. Hey, what's up, Doc? This is Doc right here. How are you, buddy?
I'm chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
Good to see you, Alyssa. I'm always watching you on your IG page, Alyssa. Always. Alyssa is very, very sweet and totally gets it. So
yes, she is my awesome Aussie, and she's very beautiful and smart. My sister.
Recognize. Sorry, Doc. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I appreciate the kind words, Mama, as well. And when you said about like I explain things the way you see them, you know, I think I get what you mean, because there are very few people that I know of that can really express the things that I've been, you know, in a verbal way. So I have my people that I've looked to and been like, whoa, where it's like I've literally come across them, and especially if I don't know them, and been like, they're almost like a whiteboard where it's like, whoa, shit, they get it. And it's not some contrived, like, you know, cookie cutter explanation. It's like, this is some shit they went through.
Yeah, like
You
even when you were on my panel that one time and we were talking about when you end up what is the proper word, consummating, or you get sexually involved with someone. You know what I mean? Like you don't sit there and view it as like, oh, you got to get with as many as you can, because that's actually something sacred. You know what I mean? Like when you get into that part of like any kind of relationship, that's like, in my opinion, the ultimate connection between anybody, literally. And that should be valued. It should be sacred. You know what I mean? And so I remember you talking about that, and how, like, because it's actually been proven that the DNA in a woman, you know, like the DNA actually stays with them for life of whatever man they've been with. You know what I mean? So we'll leave that at that.
You get into, well, this is the thing, man. That opens the door to so many other things. And it's like, that's part of what I've always done, is looked at everything in contrast to everything else. and try to understand where our ancestors are talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at these ancient. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but I say it's even if you're an atheist, man, like for real, like you got to look at what these ancient scriptures talk about, what these mythologies talk about, and look at it with an open mind and look at it with an unbiased mind, and try to understand what it is the hell they were talking about. Because I personally do not believe that myth equals fiction. I think that myth equals a way of explaining something in a poetic language to get across some certain principles, some certain ideas. You know what I'm saying? So I think that a lot of religion and all that that's what it was, man. And then what they did is they manipulated it, like they always do. You know, so like they create all these separations of Christianity or Islam. You know what I'm saying? Like Eastern religions, Buddhism, and they create these divides. What they're really doing, in essence, from my position as an occultist, is they're taking the energy and they're appropriating it. So you could say that it's truly blasphemous because they're taking something higher and they're imitating it, and they're making, like, you're creating an idol, you could say. You know what I mean? So like people be going to church and shit, God forbid, and they're feeling this energy, like, like to use an example, because most everyone was freaking raised Catholic or Christian, and like no way of getting out of it. And even if you were raised Jewish or Islam, it's the same fucking thing when you get down to it. Okay, and people are told that like they go to church and they feel real good and God's in the house, God's chilling with you. You know what I'm saying? And everyone feels all good, right? And then they do the fucking rituals, and then you look at the history where the rituals really come from.
Homie,
you know what I'm saying? And then you look at the etymology.
Can I pause you for a second? Can I please get you a birthday present? Please. Well, and I'm gonna buy you some batteries, so I need you to send me your address. It's been too long. I got you, bro. I got you. Unless you got a PayPal. If you got a PayPal, I'm gonna hook you up. I'm so serious.
I do. I haven't set it up.
Okay.
It's been showing for a while.
I'm just saying, homie, I got your back, and we're gonna fix that shit, because that bleeping is like, oh my goodness. Okay, Doc.
Trademark.
Beep. You hear it like every so often. It's not even going faster. I'm surprised it's still going.
It's been going forever, right? I know.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time, but I'm being serious.
Years. I don't even hear it anymore.
Well, we do. I love you, bro. I'm just being real. Hey, what's up, Hog?
I actually stopped hearing the damn thing, though. I'm serious. Like, I don't hear it at all.
I bet.
You're used to it.
Yeah, he's used to it. Yeah. It's become his
habitat. It drove me crazy. It drove me crazy in the beginning, I'll tell you that. It's
just become another sound in the house that,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to think back on that. This shit was driving me crazy.
You're funny. You got a great smile, buddy. I like when you laugh. Okay, go ahead, Doc. I'm not trying to embarrass Partly Cloudy over here, my girlfriend.
Oh, you was talking about me?
Yeah, who else was I talking to?
When I laugh, my eyes closed.
You laugh with your eyes closed so you can feel it.
I said, when I laugh, my eyes close.
Oh, they close because you got cheeks. Pimping the
so
cheeks.
Basically, they're projecting our positive energy and telling us it's God. That's some twisted shit, man.
Say that again.
They twist our positive energy and our possibility for healing and good, and then they're saying, "Oh, it's God." That's fucked up.
Well, first you would have to
everything is energy.
I don't want to talk about the whole God thing, okay? But because to each their own. really, in my opinion, we are each our own gods because we are all creators and we create our own reality, especially women. And women, in my opinion, are most definitely goddesses because I know for a fact I have literally created life.
Life. Boom. Facts. 100% facts.
I've literally created life. In real, like,
Yeah,
I
nature's alive.
you know. Oh, I am very much so. What?
Is and misrepresentation of it.
Your stuff is chopping up a bit.
Yeah, we started as well.
What did you say, partly cloudy? I'm sorry, Mr. Girlfriend.
Choppy. I don't know if it's mine or
Is it me?
seem like everybody's choppy.
It's probably me.
No, it's probably.
The chat is disconnected, so it's probably
Mother Nature.
Yeah, it is me apparently because yeah, sorry, all my shit's working. It's back together. Sorry.
Way back.
It was probably buffering.
Everybody's high. That's right.
Sorry. No, it's not me. Yeah. Well, it actually is all of our energy put together, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because if that energy wasn't there and here now, it wouldn't affect it the way it does. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I end up anytime I go into Doc's stream, him and I know that's what it is. That's what it is right there. It's him and I being together because every single time I go into his stream, his shit chops up. But then I'm serious. I've asked somebody to tell me if his feed ends up going clear, you know, and his shit is like perfect when I leave. So I have a feeling energy does interact with that stuff. Whether I sound crazy or not, I don't care.
So when I say God, that's what I mean. I mean the energy, the essence that like is everything. I don't mean it in some like
source.
But I thought I would always seem that even that seems a little skeptical when I look at it.
Did you just hear Bingus? Yeah, source.
Yeah, my interpretation, I forget sometimes. Like my interpretation of what God is.
Well,
like,
see, that's why I have everybody that's here on the panel right now, because I feel as though that all of us are intelligent enough to come at least have a discussion about things like this, and not only have a discussion, but be able to figure certain things out, because that ability is there. It's just it needs to be acknowledged.
Wouldn't you call it first source, like the first source of all that is and ever will be?
So lots to take in.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of why we're here, to be honest with you. You want my theory on life? Like, I think it's here to learn. I think that there may
be what we're here for.
Realities, you know what I'm saying, that we might need to be privy to when we die. Something like that. I guess that's my ultimate like interpretation. It changes daily, but like I think that this is something more. That's my answer. Like that's it. You know, it's like training. That's what it seems like to me. People say it's a simulation. I can understand why they would see that, but I think it's deeper than that. I think it's like training.
Well, it's like what a perfect training ground.
Hold on. Yeah, Bingus, go ahead.
What a perfect training ground, right? Because if you look at the basis of training, it's resistance, right? So I mean, if this is training, you know, and we're in a resistance type environment, that's not natural, and this definitely isn't natural. People have trouble even defining what gravity is. That's the main resistance that we're pressing against. So maybe it is some form of training to drop from a higher being to a lower level of vibration to strengthen the overall, to return to a much brighter, higher being, perhaps.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel as though that
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm wondering.
Yeah,
That goes
yeah, we
deep,
all
too.
don't know. Nobody actually knows nothing. And when people want to say, "Oh, well, it's in the Bible," it's in the Bible. But
Exactly.
you know what? That
What is
Bible
the
was
Bible?
actually a story. Exactly. That was actually a story. You know,
It was
are you really gonna take the words of another man? You know, as
of many
like
men.
exactly. But
How many times it was
the
rolled over and stepped
yes.
on and manipulated. Well, I said I was gonna sit this out.
No, you're not. Go for it. That's why you're here, girlfriend. Please and thank you. I
I'm
would
more on
appreciate it.
the atheist side. I was born and raised in church. You know, my father was Christian, my mother was Episcopal. We went to church as kids regularly. You know, I got married in church, sang in the choir. But then one day I had questions, you know, and my pastor couldn't answer certain questions that I had. And nothing in life has ever answered my questions. So, you know, I've just taken the side of my parents. What is God to me? My mother, like you said, she's the creator. Who's the king?
the
My
original.
father, you know, and with those are my gods. Those,
And that's why it says, honor thy father and thy mother.
and yes, you know, and that's it took me a long time to get there,
Mhm.
but you know, I don't want to seem like I'm out of the loop, but I guess that makes me more of an atheist now as a grown up, supposed to being a Christian kid when I was, you know, younger. So
For sure, dude. I totally agree with that 100%. And I feel as though that it ends up being that ends up being ignored because of the manipulation of the masses. They have to have that control. They have to sit there and manipulate people so then they can have that order and that control. Because if they don't do that and you tell people the truth, like who's really going to want to sit there and go work for a fucking corporation or a company when they could actually be enjoying life?
A dead thing. A corpse is a dead thing. You need
well,
something to animate.
my thing on and I don't I've said this a few times and I've always said I don't want to offend anybody that's in the working force or that's forced to go out for somebody else other than your own self.
Forced to work is more like it.
You know, I still consider that a term of slavery, you know, and I like I said, I don't want to offend anybody, but I call everybody that go 9 to 5, whatever your shift is. I'm sorry, you know, you're I'm no longer shackled to a corporation.
There you go. That's right.
That's
I'm
what's
no
up, man.
longer shackled, no longer whipped,
You're
no
not
longer
chained.
threatened. Yes, you know, I understand, but that's you know, that's what drove us to where we are now. They did, not us.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
very true.
agree. Yes.
Have a good understanding, basically.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about it, Bingus? If you don't mind me asking. Hola, Erica.
That there's very few that are in control, and when you have billions to control, they're going to do it in a very restrictive, maniacal way. And when you're hidden, I mean, dude, if you're never educated, all right, to what's going on, which is that's all going. They made the internet, which basically spawned that unlocked the cage of the prison. Okay, now everybody has a tendency, and I do this myself. We like to describe the prison, right? We're slaves. We are. I mean, it's a fact. I mean, dude, if you look at the history of it, we're a slave of the mind to a system of control.
Yep, that's why I get pissed off at people talking about slavery, because you know what?
It's in the
Straight up,
darkness.
everybody, not just a
race,
not just a race is
just a race.
fucking slave. Like literally, we are all enslaved, and nobody wants to fucking realize that. So why aren't all of us bitching about it?
Yeah, all throughout time.
They do it to control. I mean, there's only a few that do it.
If the mentality, then they want to be saved. It's just like religion. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that now we have to be empathetic. If you claim empathy as a trait, be them. All right. Be in control of 7 billion slaves, and there's maybe 400 of you. All right. To control 7 billion slaves that could devour you at any moment, like that. You're going to have a fear-based control structure. You're going to dumb those slaves down to think a certain way. You're going to limit their education. If that doesn't work, you're going to add more layers of control through all the various ways that they do it. I mean, food, water, air. I mean, everything is controlled.
Yeah, it's kind of wild when you think about that.
Right.
Yeah, I
And
was
forget what everyone says about it. I myself was just like, what's going on with this? Like, you know, that's kind of how I approach these
Human
things.
designed to live at least 120 years. There's really evidence that we can live hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
But if we make it to 75, we're just like feeble and not able to understand who you are.
Yes, nowadays.
The Civil War kind of like, not kind of, it did totally transform America. If you look into what that was all really about.
Yeah, I get it. It's
maritime law.
Yes.
Oh my God.
This old stoner has a good point.
Fucking crazy.
You know, he says
You
some
don't need
people
a
want to
crazy-
be controlled.
Hold on. Go ahead, Bartley
So,
Cloudy.
This old stoner saying some people want to be controlled, which is true because some people just
They're
cannot
comfortable.
control. Yes, they cannot. They're afraid of controlling their own destiny for some reason.
I don't know how. No, they've never been taught how.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's because there's no manual to life. And if there was a manual to life, then we wouldn't be able to experience it. And that's, in my opinion, what it's about is experience.
Yeah.
They need handrails. They need to be guided. They need
Yes,
because
but I'm just saying,
because
like,
people don't wanna take
it's about
responsibility.
experience. You're right. They don't want to accept
Yes.
responsibility if they make the wrong decision because they're afraid of not only what the consequence could be or it will be, but being judged. There it goes back to that whole being judged thing, you know, and how people end up not, it doesn't really matter on like what you feel about yourself because you're not confident in yourself enough. You're actually sitting there still worried
and
about
that's a
others.
spiritual thing.
You know what I mean?
Do you
So-
see the genius? Do you see the genius of being them?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
AJ say
100%.
that's why they have chiefs and Indians.
Yeah.
We can take all that away with changing our thinking. That's the
Yes,
only
exactly.
answer. That's the only answer.
Yes,
We
but
need
not
a
many
spiritual revolution, man, for real.
Not many people will, and the
Not
ones
to-
that will band together to come and make a wave, oh, they will do everything in their power to break that wave.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
See, freedom versus freedom and control versus control. You can only have that, Don Juan, in a
Yes.
fragmented mindset. See, they fragment us all. All right, but they forget that
Yeah.
we are all a fragment of the first source or energy that ever was and ever will be. And eventually
That's how I see it too.
we're going to wake up. It's going to come around. It's going to cycle out of this energy of the lower age into this newer age, however you want to, whatever esoteric mindset you want to adopt. The experience is the same. Right?
Exactly.
Different
Yeah.
for each person.
I've been there before too.
And
where
that's
it's like,
why I say that it's all about experience.
Yeah, it is.
it is. That's why they want to trap people in beliefs, whether it's politics or
JCC
beliefs.
say we become institutionalized throughout all the different prisons and branches of military once you enter all these systems. And you
That's
said
right.
that-
Because of control. Because
Yes.
we don't want to be insignificant. We want to be powerful. We want to be almighty. We want to be the chingon of the chingons. No matter who you are, even if you're a shy person that's very timid in the corner all the time, you are that way because you know in your own head, and that's the thing, it's not that you believe, it's not that you think, it's that you know, because depending on how you end up thinking is how things happen. You know what I mean? So when even you're sitting there thinking or knowing in that corner, like, I'm not that's why you're not, because you already told yourself you're not. Once you change that thinking, you'll be able to be that. You know what I mean? Because you're changing your thinking, like Bingus said, so that's great.
It's unconscious magic. You're changing what magic really does is it changes the environment so that other influences can be introduced, in a nutshell.
Yep, you're right.
It's really
Amsterdam
not
Medical
that
United said
It's really not
problem
that
is that they
woo-hoo.
call us crazy, they call us crazy, and I can't tell anyone what I say in here in public. And he's right, because he'll get locked up, you know, like that's what happens because of how judgmental and
Propaganda.
irrelevant people really are, because they're corrupted, they're manipulated, and then on top of it, they know that they have to make money to pay their bills and keep working at a job that is really insignificant to them and everybody else in reality. You know what I mean? And they have to keep abiding by these rules and these laws and because if you don't, you're gonna be a fucking bum on the streets.
They'll take your house, they'll take your car.
Yeah, it'll be hard. Yeah.
Basic survival. You got money, survive, equals survive. That's not in the natural makeup. Sorry. Food.
Money is intelligent. That's what it is.
Well, I think that a lot of, or almost all of the manipulation and corruption is done because of money. You know, if that fucking green piece of paper didn't exist, we'd be able to still sit there and be able to use maybe perhaps a barter system. You know what I mean? We're not sitting there like I would love to live like as a nomad on a barter system. You have no idea. That would be like a dream come true for me, having a river in my backyard and shit. Like that'd be awesome, you know? But that's hard to create when you're in a position like me, even when you know the things that you know, because you can't go out there and not just go along with the way society is and the way things are, but literally me in my situation, I can't do those things anymore because of my disability. You know what I mean? And so it also has to do with where you're at in your life, you know? That has to do with your thinking on how you end up perceiving things. You know, it's all big fucking merry-go-round that's really hard to get off of sometimes, you know, and sometimes you end up spinning around and around so much that you get sick and dizzy. You can't take no more. You got to jump off. But then no matter what, you always have to stay on, you know? So
Don Juan makes a good point. He says, I think the most significant thing is taking nothing and making something.
That's right.
Applaud of cyberspace. The American dream, freedom, right? So yeah, now, in other words, be the example, right? Maybe that somebody might aspire to copy, right? Just doing basic things that we have seemed to have forgotten how to do correctly and do them well. Having pride. Pride is something that is developed within. I think if everybody went inside here for a while and spent some time getting to know who you are as an individual, as a person, you're going to be able to contribute a lot more, because if you don't know who you are, how do you know what you can contribute?
That's right.
So you got to go inside first.
Yeah, just like Brian says, he says your words either bless or curse, because our words are the vibration of the creator. You get back the vibration you put out, and that's exactly what it is. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. You know, I'm a creator. I know I'm literally a creator. Depending on my thought process is going to be what my reality is. So.
No, you're getting all worked up here. It's good.
Yes, that's the point. This is great. This is why, and I know you guys feel it. I feel like our souls are right here, wherever you get that gut feeling at. You know what I mean? So when you have that gut feeling, I know I always feel it like right in here. You know, so I feel like honestly, that's where my soul is. That like inner self. You know, that's where it kind of comes from. Don't ask me how or why I think that. It's because that's where I feel it. But that's about it. I don't know. I could be wrong. Who knows? But yeah. That's I know you guys feel it too. That's why I even brought it up, because it resonates with you, you know. And I definitely appreciate you guys talking to me about this, because not many actually even have the courage enough to do it, you know, let alone would want to even bring it up and talk about it, instead of sitting there like, you know, getting high and talking about that ball is blue and this one's red.
Well, that's unique. Unique Custom Kiwis brings up a great point. We have to make money so the government can get their paychecks, and we should own everything. The government builds because we pay for it all. That's why they're finally getting interested, I think, in the cannabis industry, because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Exactly.
They're trying to figure a way to own it, but they can't quite figure out how to make the plant grow exactly the way they want it to. I don't know.
That's because they're using genetically modified organisms, GMOs, because they're fucking trying to make it to where we don't last as long. Why would you want to sit there and do that? You know what I mean? And I think it's really because people at a certain age end up realizing what life is really about. And they don't want people to realize that shit because then they can't control them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I feel as though that's honestly like why they try to manipulate our all of our food, everything, you know, and even our skies to where we have poisonous gases up there and shit, you know. And I honestly feel that they're doing that so then people can die younger, and because we're overpopulated supposedly, you know. Which who's to say what the fuck the planet can hold and what it can't?
Well, the
Exactly.
planet takes care of itself,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
That's right.
You know, with the wildfires, with the tsunamis. Unfortunately, people are losing their lives. But that's the way this planet has taken care of itself way before we got here.
Oh,
So, you know, it's just now unfortunate people are losing lives over it. That's the sad part about it. But with the way technology is and how advanced we are as people, you know, we shouldn't be losing these lives that we lose. That's what really amazes me of the amount of people that end up losing their life over
You're
a
right,
natural
but then
disaster.
think of how many people are actually saved when we come together and we're able to come together because of that unfortunate situation. You know what I mean? Catastrophes like that actually bring people more united than we realize,
ah,
you know?
now we're
Well,
And
touching on something that was, yeah.
Reefer Revolution says desire creates vibrations, vibrations become thoughts, thoughts become things, things
Yep.
create desire. Repeat, you can't
Yeah.
get it wrong because never because you never get it done.
To
By
me, I would
Abraham
say,
Hicks. That's
from
awesome.
my
Thank you.
experience, that we live in a fractal. That's what I personally think. That's my belief. I think we live in a fractal. And I think there's dimensions of configuration, I guess, of this whole reality that's like when you start to realize that almost everything you see is from something you don't see.
Yep.
And you realize that the earth is negentropic, that is, that it serves itself through itself by itself perpetually.
hmm
So
where is it?
I would
The
define that as
sicker.
something living.
Yep. AJ's Garden says the sicker we are, the more meds we take, and the more money
Nature
we
is
make for them.
incredibly, profoundly intelligent, just not in the way that they can sit and quantify in a lab. But anyways, that's another.
Right. Yes, you're right. But also, so is Don Juan in chat, man. I'm surprised to meet good people in the world. Too much daily bombardment. Happy for someone to hold the door. Very true, man. Even for me,
yes,
I'm not even
Amen.
gonna lie. Serious. Even for me, it is
common
rare
courtesy is a
for.
lost art.
It is. It's fucking forms of manners, respect, and courtesy have been lost.
Yeah.
And that's why I always end up saying I wish sometimes I did live like back in the old days with the ladies and the gentlemen, because that's when it was alive. You know, and I feel maybe we could try to even bring it back. That's why I'm trying to have these discussions and like let people become aware. If they didn't know, they're gonna learn, hopefully. You know what I mean?
They're gonna
Because
learn
that's
today.
they gonna learn today, because you know what? That's what it took for me to fucking learn. Not gonna lie.
Always
So
learning. Always learning. I personally think.
Well, it actually took a life changing moment in my life for me to actually open my eyes and really embrace what we are talking about here today. So, you know, like I said, I was born and raised in church, but you know,
Yeah.
You know, have you ever heard of the Book of Kings, where they list the various kings,
Mm.
earliest kings of Earth that ruled Earth between, you know, for like 30 to 60,000 years, each one of them ruled the Earth for that length of period of time, primarily because the Earth was on a cycle of birth and destruction, just like everything else is on a cycle of birth and destruction. And so there was a king
Yeah.
of the earth listed in the books, basically to be ruler of that universal age that came around where earth was born, and fell. So there's been like several layers of different civilizations through the rise and fall of Earth as it goes through its stages, you see. So I mean, again, we've got to look at a much larger picture to try to get understanding. Now, if that's true, if any of that's true, why are they destroying the planet? Well, maybe they know that if the planet's about to be destroyed. Who knows? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
To answer some of these questions.
I have my theories.
How long does it take to destroy a planet? Maybe tens of thousands of years. We don't know because we only live 75 years. So how the hell, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So we're like a bunch of little kindergartner childrens trying to figure out a problem that's PhD level. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree, definitely, because
I'll take a bong rip to that.
Yes, cheers. I agree. And ZPD Survival says, we are here to connect with our true spirit and not be distracted by their distractions. Yep, that's tight.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you. And Technetic brings up the Sumerians king list.
Yeah.
I know I started reading Gilgamesh, something, the poem or whatnot. And yeah, I actually, don't be quiet, Doc. Are you talking about me and what I'm saying or your crap?
I keep looking at my fire extinguisher.
I know, right?
Okay.
Right? Like, do I need to change my battery? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But oh, it's his phone. Sorry. But yeah. The something of Gilgamesh, whatever it is. But I've actually, like, I've heard about the tablets. I've read a lot of them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But like I said earlier about, like, even the Bible, like, these are all stories, you know, like, you really can't, I'm not saying you can't give it credit, but you can definitely not take it at its true value, because how much do people manipulate and end up exaggerating things? You know what I mean?
Look, you know, and I got a comment real quick on Reefer Revolutionary. I totally agree that we need to stay in the now. Right?
Yes, I wanted to, that's what I was actually going to try to talk about today. And so that's awesome you brought that up.
But if you don't know where you've come from, right? If you know where you've come from, if you have knowledge of history and what have you, that makes us up, that makes us human, the now can be so much more joyful.
Yes.
And I truly mean that. I mean, without the education of knowing who we are, going inward to understand that, how can we focus?
Exactly. You're right. I totally agree with that, man. That's actually what I wanted to talk about. Like, that's like, if we didn't end up having anything at all, I knew that once we started a conversation, it would go from there, honestly, because I don't know. I think we got that connection one way or another. But
yeah,
I definitely was wanting to talk about past, now, or present and future. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
I feel as though that people need to focus on the now, because it is all literally about the ride. That is the point of life, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, and it is my opinion, because I don't know. Nobody really does know. You know what I mean? But why is it that you feel bad when these things happen, but it feels good when these things happen? You know, you kind of have to judge off of, like, your feeling and like what it is that you're going through, I guess you could say, because it's all about experience. And you can't worry about the past, because the past is already gone. If you stay in the past, you're going to end up screwing yourself even more than you would if you were thinking about the future. Because in the future, you're just anticipating, you're worrying, you're waiting, like you're anxious, like, oh my God, what, I got to do something before this happens. You know what I mean? And you're anxious. You're sitting there not focusing on what you really should be, you know? And when you focus on the now, like, literally just think about it for a second. All of us right now, like, just think about right now. What are you doing? Are you enjoying yourself? You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm literally enjoying myself having this conversation with everybody.
I think
you know,
it's about being conscious of the moment. That's what I think. It's like knowing that it's a moment. It actually, it has to do with memory. It has to do with really integrating things and taking them on, and not just kind of like going from one thing to the next. But our society makes things that way, to where everything, even things that shouldn't be materials, everything's a conveyor belt. Everything is, fight to survive, winner takes all. Whoever does the most toys wins. This mentality of competition, and it's like it doesn't really serve any higher purpose in my eyes. And that's another part of the manipulation. It just goes so deep on so many levels.
Don Juan
That's why
just
I'm like,
said,
I don't want to.
yeah, well, Don Juan said, I sat next to an old guy on a plane. He told me to enjoy and appreciate all stages in life. And then I don't think I think he meant to say, I don't think I knew what he meant like then, but he does now. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's exactly what it is, dude. Like, you have to literally try and enjoy the ride while you're riding, because if you don't, you're going to be either depressed because you can't do anything to fix and change the past. You're going to be stuck in the past. And if you're worried about the future, you're going to be too anxious and worried. That's it. Worried. You're going to not focus and concentrate on the real thing to make it to where you can advance and achieve things for not only yourself, but the well-being of things,
Resistance is futile.
Yep. Yes. And yeah. Doc, if you can, sometimes when you're not talking, can you mute the thingamabobber?
I used to.
Because I can hear the beep, and every time it beeps, it changes the screen, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm working, you guys. You guys really don't understand how hard it can be to actually run a panel occasionally. Yeah, because I'm the one. Look, if I don't control who the screen goes to, it ends up flipping every little sound. See? It heard that echo from Bingus, so it flips over there.
Yep.
I'm just saying, it's not a big deal. I'm sorry. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm trying to be lazy, okay? Just for a second.
No, you're completely right. I used to do that.
Thank you, buddy. So
I honestly just forget it's there. It's stupid.
The problem with only living in the now is that if you don't pay attention, tomorrow will be here sooner than you think.
Well, ZVD Survival said that what did he say? The now is the past that you create for the future, which is pretty much that's
exactly
wrapped up in a nutshell right there.
That's why now I write notes, so that in the future I'll read the now.
So yes,
pay your bills.
Trust me, I know.
It is time. It's a
wash your clothes. Yes, you're right.
Everything is an idea, and then it becomes known, and then people enact on it or they don't. And when you really get to that level and you realize that everything is basically bullshit to manipulate, and you realize how deep that goes into the spiritual, the psychological, the symbolic, it's mental.
You're right.
It really is sorcery. That's why I pointed out. It's like all of the the theories and the ideas of what everything is all like. To me, even that is it gets to a point. It shows a purpose, but then after a point, it's like, no. The problem is that people really have been robbed of their individuality and their critical thinking. And it's like, whoa, this goes so deeper, so much deeper.
Yeah, I just wanted to say,
that's what she said.
Hold on, why did you time him out, buddy? I think that was an accident, actually. And that's what she said. Giggity. No. But yeah, I don't know why you did that. Anyways, Cooper, I just wanted to say thank you for coming through. I do appreciate you for sure. Hope all is well, and I appreciate the compliments. Thank you. Let's see here. I just saw a couple things and then my chat just started going. Hold on. All right.
Yep, mistake.
We need to quit believing in what programming says is happiness and find contentment in everything we do by doing what we can do the best of all. Yes. And in my opinion, that's love. All of us have the capability to love. We forgot how to, though. True love, like pure love, unconditional love. Because love has so many conditions. That's why it seems so fake. I don't even like to say that word, you know?
Wow. That's
Is that hitting a thread on the heart?
yeah, I don't even know where that's too steep. I don't even want to get started, to be honest.
Yeah. Are you scared, Bingus? No, I'm just kidding. No, it really, I feel as though it has to do with love. You gotta freaking love, man. You gotta learn how to love. Because if you don't love, what is the opposite of love? Fear. Everything is yin and yang. You know, everything that has a good has a bad. It's all opposites, magnets.
Well, to me, it's an imbalance. Yeah. And it's, you know, the separation of the divine feminine.
It could be an imbalance, but it could also be something else, kind of like the half glass is half empty, half full glass theory, you know? Say it, Bingus, say it. Speak your mind, brother. I know, like, I am telling you right now, you got to say whatever's on your mind. Hold on, Doc. Hold on, Doc.
Until we heal our soul, I mean, the way that the instrument is designed, from my understanding, is spirit can only work in this lower dimensionality through the soul. Well, the whole aspect of fragmenting the human is to destroy that conveyance, all right, so that there is no actual spiritual change that takes place, and they can recycle that wasted energy into their own designs, whatever they may be. That's a whole nother subject. But I'm just saying we're being tapped. We're being tapped primarily because they fragmented us. All right.
I believe so.
That's all
for sure. We're in a schizogenic society, I would say.
Yeah.
And it very much has to do with, that's the handrails, you know, like we were saying, conscious of what we're really actually doing, then there would be no need for politics. Let me say that again. If we became conscious of what it is we're actually doing and what we're actually doing here,
yep,
then the idea of politics would seem like what it is: virus, religion, virus. It's all to collectivize. There was a book written that talked about how the insanity was rarely the rule for an individual, but in the collective, it was the norm. And they always try to make it look like it's always the lone nutcase, right? And then you realize that if there's more than one person, it's called the conspiracy. They have criminal conspiracy unit for, you know, law, the other lie. And it's like, yeah. And that's when you start to realize, okay, this goes deep.
Well, ZPD Survival said the magnetic truth of loving yourself first and then sharing that with others. That's right, my friend. I agree 100%.
Dude, I love the ego.
What being,
and then it's a step further.
I didn't hear what you said, Bingus. I'm sorry.
It's amazing you said that, because I'm writing right now. Focus on what you love till tears of joy occur. In other words, that's all we, you know what I'm saying? That's the intensity that we need to invoke in order to melt the controls that are within, that are being held over us by just a few.
Yeah, man.
Sick
for sure.
People, unfortunately.
Very true, Bingus. But if we start young, we might be able to change. You know what I mean?
Like, look, you got kids, right? So the people now that are having children, I mean, children to me are the most precious thing in the world. I don't give up anything. I'll give my life for a child today, right now, anywhere, no problem. Because that's the future. Okay. So if you teach that form of respect to them, right?
Yes.
The tools, it's going to happen. It's going to change. You know.
The bleeping.
That's what they make sure it don't happen.
You're good, Cooper. What'd you say, Doc?
That's what they make sure it don't happen.
Well, they're trying.
That's what they seem to obstruct everything. The way you think about yourself, the way you think about nature, the way you think about God, the way you think what that is, the way what other people are thinking about that you thought that you did. It becomes this insanity, this maze.
Nothing is unless thinking makes it so.
You have
Thank
to
you, Brian.
liquefy all that. You have to get rid of all that
Yeah,
and realize it's
gonna take
another level of a program.
Yeah, it's going to take.
And
What do you
the
got to
way
say
that
about
you-
this, girlfriend? I have a feeling you got something to say right now, and I want
No.
to hear it because I'm actually going to go use the restroom really quick, but I would like to know your opinion if you don't mind.
I really don't have an opinion. I'm kind of
You
mush
do.
on that one.
You're
But
medicated, but you're also silent for a reason.
I will
It's
say
deadly
I
silent.
look at the glass half full, half empty as quenching, because if that's all I have, then I'm appreciative to have a half glass.
That's
or a half.
exactly what I say. I am
Exactly.
glad and
So it's
I'm
an
grateful
opportunity.
to have a glass in the first place because you know
Yes.
what? That glass could be fucking broken.
It could be empty.
It's like, nah, can I get some ice?
I could not have a
Can you get some
glass.
ice for that?
Exactly. I could
Yes.
not have a glass to have it to
That's
where
what I
it
was
was,
thinking earlier, man. I hear you.
you know, so definitely.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the restroom though. I'll be right back, guys. Keep it pimping. I'll be right back. Yes, pimping this pimpins.
Pimping the pimping.
Can I trust you three guys here? I'm sure I can.
No, we're
Just
gonna destroy
Mute,
it.
mute the
Everybody-
bleeping. Mute the bleeping. Because Chatland is saying beep, beep. I'll be right back.
Why
guys.
don't you just take it out?
That's what she said.
It's way up there.
Oh, that's probably why it's not changed.
See what I mean? Giggity. No.
There's multiple reasons. But yeah.
Pippin ain't easy. That's funny.
Cheers.
Yeah,
I don't feel like rolling up another one. I should.
I am definitely medicated.
First time in 6 years
What's that?
since I've been medicated.
First time in 6 years?
Uh-huh.
What made you come back?
Life.
Has to be more to it than that.
Well, yeah. Of course.
But okay, I'll take that. I mean, you know, life happens.
No, it's a lot. Huh?
I said, I get it. You know, I understand. Was
Yeah,
just
I
saying
know.
Life happens. But I'm pretty much a boring person. I don't do much.
I don't know. Well, you do a good job at growing your cannabis, dude.
I do okay. I could be a lot better. I'll get there. It's a slow learning process, but I'm in it for the long run. It's not something you learn overnight. You know, it's not something that just put a plan in and boom. It's not like that.
I used to be
think-
able to do this better.
That's a good lens to look at a lot of things, too. For real.
Well, yeah, you're right. Some things shouldn't be so hard.
Yeah, I heard that. But then that goes back to what we've been talking about pretty much from the beginning. It's time. It's perception of time. It's self. It's perception of self. It's nature. You know, I think all these things coalesce.
I think time is necessary in a lowered vibration in order to experience the minute detail.
Yep. Yeah. Which again, I say this is all a classroom.
It's all part of the system, the overall construct or system thereof of the construct.
False reality too. It's fragmented.
Matrix is a good. Not what's the word? Not an analogy,
It's
but
like a shamanic journey to anything. To me, that's what I get from it.
allegory. It's like an allegory.
Yeah.
All right. That's the way they used to teach us back in the old days, was through allegory, because we didn't have any other way to communicate except by, well, what's your allegory, or what do you think the meaning of that story is? Everybody had their interpretations.
That's what a lot of religion is. And it has like mystical and sometimes like practical stuff. It's like kind of, I guess you could say, hidden in there. I mean,
Well, it's
a lot of
just
those texts are written in code.
it's interesting if you want to understand humans, which I have an interest in. You have to kind of go back sometimes to see what was the attitude of humans back when that particular piece was written, right? Because then the writing takes on a whole different flavor or meaning or understanding even. And most people don't do that, like especially with like Bible or ancient texts or what have you. Allegory, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, everything is way deeper than we're told. That's the disclaimer, I guess. And crazier and just different. Like, we've been lied to about damn near everything. I mean, that much is just clear to me.
The cannabis show makes a good point. Someone has to make the program.
And then someone hears about the lie of all this stuff, and then they got to find the answer.
Yeah, I'm not religious is controlled.
Like, that's the thing. So then you got the lie, and then it's like, oh, well, this is the answer to the lie. But how do you know that's the answer to the lie? Like, that might sound crazy, but that's where I'm at, basically. It's like, no, it's all a game. It's all of it is a game.
What's going on, Mr. Sports? A lot.
Salute, it's like being trained. We're like the weapon going through the flame. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I feel like there's something else out there. Like, I don't know. And that's my point. It's like, I just know that it gets trippy sometimes on the day to day. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, me, I'm just trying to enjoy life moment by moment, you know. Like I said, had that life-changing moment, woke me up, and I just try to be thankful for what I have and look forward to what I can possibly do tomorrow.
Yeah.
How you doing? When someone asks you, how you doing? I'm doing good. Okay. I'm doing good. Are you really doing good? Check yourself. Because that's what I try. I mean, I try to check myself. I try not to do things that I have to apologize for.
I'm doing well.
If I can get through a day without having to do that, I think I'm doing good.
Well, we spoke on the apology topic the other night. You know, and like you said, that's kind of a hard.
It's hard. Man.
It's hard to break.
Very.
You know, with good intentions, but it's just it's a difficult thing sometimes. I guess like me with me smoking cigarettes, it's hard for me to stop. I'll stop one day. Hopefully that day is not too late, and that's why I'm stopping.
I just, I think if we just, I don't know, for me, I just try to change the word, because something that means the same thing, but only has a more positive, meaning. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm really not. I'm not really a sorry individual. I don't really need help. I don't,
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like we're defining ourselves and putting ourselves. If you open a conversation with that, especially like, sorry guys, I'm like, well, wait a minute, you haven't said anything yet.
Yeah, right. Like it's already south because you just,
But so that's why I mean, certainly people have to say they're sorry or apologize and things like that. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying that we really have it out of balance, it appears at times. And that's why I try not to do things. And if I do fuck up, which I do, I try to apologize immediately and take care of it and not let it fester. When you let things go, I've noticed, without communication,
very true,
gets really blown out of proportion, and feelings, you might as well just drop it because it gets unrepairable, basically. So it's crazy.
I definitely agree with that.
Welcome back, girlfriend.
Yes, thank you. And Benny, you are freaking hilarious, lovely lady. Just gonna say that. Freaking, she goes to the bathroom and types at the same time. Yay! No,
Wow.
I needed coffee.
You can do.
I can definitely handle multitasking, but that's kind of gross. Because yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to have your coffee cup around a flush, that's for sure.
Well, not only that, but I don't really want to have be messing with my phone while I'm going to the bathroom.
I see.
Yeah.
No, not really.
If you drop your phone in the porta potty, will you?
Fuck no.
I have dropped my phone in the toilet before. I'm guilty of that. I have actually put my phone in the washing machine too.
Oh, damn.
Cheers to that.
Right. Cheers.
Mine fell in the bathtub. Never the toilet. I've dropped mine in the bathtub, running bath water while I was talking on the phone. Go to switch hands and bloop, right in the water. Like,
oh shit, he be pimping those baths. Hey, no.
I got my phone once while fishing, watched it float to the bottom of the lake.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that was really stupid. Like, I'm looking for, do we have connection? Blip, peek. Well, I'll never know. You know.
Hey, what is up? Welcome, Centroid Aerial Images. Thank you for joining us. I do appreciate it. And everybody else that's here and been popping in and out, you guys, I appreciate you lots. Trust me. This is an awesome conversation. And I also want to let you guys know on panel, if you guys got to go or anything like that, let me know. I'm more than grateful for having you guys here and discussing this with me. So trust me. Thank you very much. I think I even had this old stoner say that partly with a chance of Bingus and Mother Nature, or partly cloudy with a chance of Bingus and Mother Nature was his clickbait to get in here. So
I actually do have to get going. Keep getting signals over here, but I have some food waiting for me. So before it gets too much colder, but Mother Nature, thank you always. I really appreciate what you do. And partly cloudy, you're #1 in my book, brother, with your respect and how you do. And that's why I like to kind of sport your haircut, brother. Just saying.
They be pimping the pimpins. I was actually going to use because I made a thumbnail for it, but then I figured out you actually have to have the background on your YouTube channel as the thumbnail for Hangout pictures. And yeah, dude, I was going to use the smiley face, the emoji face as your picture. So I'm just letting you know, my friend. Pre-warning, okay?
No problem. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Cheers to the chat room. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. And until next time.
Thanks, Bingus.
Signing out.
Bye to Bingus. Cheers, buddy. He's so awesome. Hey, what's up? Sparks a lot. Thank you for sharing that, my friend. I appreciate it. TV set story. Standing into a porta potty. Sees a left smartphone still playing a video from the... He turned it to a production in case the movie fan wanted it back. That's awesome. Yes, I love Bingus. He's an awesome person. You back, homie? Did you hear anything
yes.
Bingus just said?
No, I did not. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. He ended up just telling you that you are his favorite in his book, and that's why he sports your haircut.
Oh, thank you, Bingus.
He had to go, though.
Much love to you, brother. Thank you for hanging out tonight.
Hey, what's up, 420 Wild Dragons? Woohoo! Fun stuff. I'm all like gonna fall off my damn dresser, but cheers, buddy. Thank you so much for coming through. Much love from Canada, they say. Well, much love right back from the blondie. Hey, guy. Hey, that's what Alyssa says to the Sparks enough. Oh yeah, pimping the fucking Sparks sweater.
I was about to say, you gonna show him your Spark sweater?
Yeah, that's my female Sparks sweater. I have a black one too. Yep.
Paya.
This girl is on fire. No, I'm just kidding. Way to pass the puck. How did I pass the puck? On which part, actually? No. Oh, from falling. Yeah, I know, right? It's cuter than yours. Yes, I agree. I forgot what what it's called, the style of the sweater.
Argyle.
There you go. Say that again.
Argyle.
Argyle.
Yes. Argyle.
Argyle. Like our gal.
Yes, but like a pirate. Argyle.
Argyle. I got it now.
Yeah, there you go.
Argyle. Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing with you. Laughing with you.
That's what they all say. Not just her. No. I'm just kidding. Arr. You guys are great. I do appreciate everybody pimping that shit with me. Hell yeah. And you've been awesome, girlfriend. I appreciate you being here.
Oh, I thank you for having me.
Of course. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Michael Hacksaw buddy, because I was actually busy getting ready for this live, and that's when I was getting ready for it, you know, like purifying my face and stuff. And I was actually ready and everything before the show. I really was. It's being a mom and, you know, this awesome, lovely laptop. You guys even experienced it already crashing. So that part, but yes. You guys are doing a great job if nobody's told you lately. Thank you much. Trust me. Y'all learned how to spell. Yep. I love how cannabis has changed in the past 20 years to rosin, shatter, edibles, and butter. Hell yes. Cheers, buddy. It's awesome. Killer. Our gal and our girl. Our gal and our gal.
Our gal.
Our gal. There you go. I tried. I tried. Yeah, see?
Yeah, first time I seen you in it, I bust out laughing.
Oh, the sweater?
Yeah.
Much love, Thomas Burnman, for coming through. I do appreciate that. Don't forget the rise of the diamonds. No. That's funny. Don Juan says, I have a doorman bell at work. My only fun during the day is when I hear a "that's what she said" comment. I hit the bell. Half the office doesn't know what the fuck it is. I'd be sitting there saying giggity every time. No. Because it is the rise of the diamonds and we're pimping that shit. I'm just kidding. That part. So, how'd you like the convo today, my friend?
I enjoyed it very much so. Thank you so much. Great topics.
Go ahead, yes.
Thanks. Do you want one?
No, thank you. I just got some more coffee.
Okay.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
That's great, buddy. Thank you. I did too. Shine bright like a diamond. No, I'm just kidding.
I was kind of actually worried that, you know, the topic would get out of hand. Maybe some people would, you know, have different objectives and different, you know, everybody was pretty cool with it. Everybody was pretty much actually on the same page.
Exactly. And that's exactly why I wanted to start having this conversation, you know, with you guys, because first off, I don't think Bingus really realized that how many people were like not just up to par, but actually interested in talking about it in a chat. You know what I mean? And I view Bingus as like a very wise individual. Like he is a teacher in his own way. You know, he just doesn't know it yet. He probably does. He doesn't like to admit it though. You know what I mean? I have a lot of respect for him. So no, that was not Sancho. That wasn't Sancho. That was his little girl.
Same here.
Well, they're saying Sancho because my dog is Sancho. His name is Sancho. And they heard the dog barking. Cannabis reevaluation, right? Yes. Definitely. If you guys didn't hear me earlier, I'm going to be starting a website called Reefer Reference. Reefer Reference. So then it's a spot where like one and all spot, and it's actually literally going to have links to everybody there. That's exactly what I want to do. So I think it'll be way awesome. Brian Knight, hola. Sounds good, Hacksaw. Much love. Me old. Wow. This dragon over here, huh? No. Hola, H-Top Music. How are you doing, my friend? Much love. Thank you for coming through. Hope all is well. Right on. That's tight. Doc, are you still there?
Did he mute?
Mm-hmm. There. Nope. Okay. Hola, chica más fina. Yeah, shout out from Vegas from Sparks a lot over there. Where is everybody from this fine evening? Nice. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking, H-Top. I do appreciate that. For real. I pop a cap in slideshow and I'd slap her down. Well, I really want to know, my baby. Hey. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Oh, man. This girl is fucking tripping. You were going to say something.
I was saying you pimping.
You be pimping the pimpins pimping. Well, I think I'm going to get medicated with you guys and then get to going. This has been awesome, though. For real. Way awesome. More than you guys understand. No.
I'm getting kind of hungry.
I am too. I actually felt hungry as soon as, like, just before you said that. Like your stomach was rolling or growling. It's trying to R at you.
I'm like,
gal at you. No.
I don't know if I want to make a Dagwood sandwich or eat some snacks. I don't know yet. I'll get there when I get there.
You should make the sandwich, and then if you're still feeling it after that, pimpin', go from there. Maybe even have some more ice cream. I'm sure you got some left. Maybe.
No, I ate the rest of it the other night. I'm all out. I hadn't been at the grocery store.
That's funny. You're great, dude.
You're awesome. Appreciate you.
Of course, man. You always gonna be my girlfriend, pimping that shit. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
y'all. Right now.
I know you normally are, man. I need to fucking go wherever you are and get some of your medication and try to see what up with that, because it looks like I need to be feeling like that too.
I go right to my own jar.
That's so crazy. Wow. You know what? I'm so serious, Sparks. I put on everything. Before you said that, I just saw them comment above 420 Wild Dragons, and I was already thinking about that. I was just grabbing some medication. But good job. He read my mind.
It's the sweaters.
Oh, it's the Argal. Did I say it right?
Yes. You're getting there.
I'm getting there with the hour. Yes, thank you guys all for being here, man. It's been wonderful. I'm grateful for it, trust me. And I'm grateful to know such awesome, wonderful people as you. You guys really don't even know. I always try to let you guys know that you guys are always a little bit of light. Like you guys are all each your own little light of that big ass bright light at the end of the tunnel for me. Straight up, and it's cool. So thank you.
Brian, have a good night.
Same Michael, to you, Daniel.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Hacksaw. Much love, my friend. I'll talk to you later. We're skipping your first snap. Thanks, Brian. You're freaking awesome, my friend. I do appreciate you. Oh, don't tell me the blondie has no lighter. All right, I'll find one. Yes, that would be tight. That would be awesome. Reefer Revolution. Pimpin' the pimpins. If you gotta go, girlfriend, go for it and go eat. I know you're hungry.
Oh yeah, I get out of here. I am getting hungry. Plus my dog just came.
I feel the not flustering, but like the okay, all right, finish smoking so I can go. No,
no, not that. Now my dog just walked in.
You're hungry too.
The crap out of me.
It's all right. No worries. Cheers, everybody.
She needs to go out. Cheers, everybody. Thank you again, Mother Nature, for having me on.
Of course, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, man. It has been a wonderful conversation and a great time hanging out with you and Bingus and even Doc. Doc coming in at the end.
Yeah, he did come in. Well, it's not. This would have been coming in at the end. He's been here for almost half of it.
You know what I mean, Jelly Bean. Come on now. It's that our gal Chica we're talking to here. Our, you know, like, come on now. All right, girlfriend. Thank you so much, buddy, for being here. I appreciate you and love you more, bro. I'll talk to you next time.
Everybody,
you take it easy.
Y'all have a good night.
Laters, everybody. From the Partly Cloudy 420, my girlfriend. He is awesome person. Make sure you check him out. Partly Cloudy 020. I'm going to make sure to put the links in the description box afterwards because I didn't do that beforehand. But yes, I do appreciate you guys. Free the plant, free the people, pot for peace. See you Saturday at 420. Sunday at 420. You guys check out Reefer Revolution DC 420 LA. They freaking have an awesome stream every Sunday at 420 Pacific Standard Time. That's West Coast. And they are freaking awesome. So make sure to hit them up and check them out. Cheers, Tegnetic Beats. Thanks for still being here, buddy. Oh, shit. Sean was. And that's Sean backwards and forwards, I believe. Life Raid. What is up? Oh, shit. Life with ankleitis spondylosis, I believe, is here. Miss Lovely Ashley. Hey, what is up, everybody? We got Malta Churchy, Johnny Cook Jr., Ghost Mafia. Hell yes. You guys, make sure, if you can, if Life is still freaking live after I'm done medicating, shoot on over to there. That would be awesome. What's up, James? I think this is like your first time in here, buddy. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. For real, I was just getting ready to end it. So great timing, Life. Thank you so much, lady. Getting Herman the Great to 2K. He only needs 17 more. Yes. All right. There you go. You guys make sure to head on over to Life with ankylosing spondylitis. I'm sorry. Ashley's channel when this stream is done because I'm thinking she's still alive. And thank you so much, Lovely, for the raid. I appreciate you. If nobody has told you guys lately, you guys are all awesome and you're doing a freaking fantabulous job. You're doing a stream for Herman. Okay, awesome. Yep, you guys make sure to check her out. Pampin' the Pampins. Pampin'. Yep. 16. Woohoo. You guys, I know that we could probably help them out if you guys are interested. That would be really cool. Much love. James, the sharpshooter. Life with... Oh, okay, I see that now. I was like, life with what? Yes, you guys are freaking awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to take one more hit and get it going. I appreciate the raid, Life with ankylosing spondylitis. I hope I freaking said that, dude. I really, really do. I hope I said that right because I don't feel like I did, but I did try. No. You're awesome, Life. I appreciate you, Ashley. Thank you so much for coming through, lovely lady. Make sure. Oh, Michigander man. What's up, homie? Thank you guys for coming through. You guys are great. You did good. You did good. You did good, babe. You did good. That pig movie. If you guys ever seen it. Or wait, no. Was it Babe or was it Charlotte's Web? Good question for Chatland. Cheers. Same with you, Michigander man. Thank you so much for coming through. Whoop, whoop. 16 more. You get them, girl. Now you guys are laughing at me. Freaking Amsterdam Medical United. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. I do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Nobody's told you guys lately. You guys are freaking awesome. You're doing a great job. And keep pimping that motherfucking shit for sure. And I really hope that you guys all know how special you are to me and how you guys really are that little bit of light at the end of my tunnel. So thank you for lighting the way. And I will see you guys next time. yes, I'm glad that you came through, so then people have a place to go if they're interested. So much love, Ashley. Much love to everybody else in Chatland. I do appreciate you guys. Keep pimping, the pimpins pimping, and I will see you next time.